Hi guys, it's Kiarko here and I am back with another speed build. This is a speed build of a witch-esque family apartment. And I say witch-esque in the sense that this was inspired by kind of what strikes me as a witchy aesthetic. So this is kind of a personal style, I would say, in terms of, you know, what it ends up looking like. It's not really specifically inspired by anything having to do with, you know, the Wicca culture or community, but this is more just an aesthetic that I kind of had in my head. So this is a witchy family apartment is what I'm trying to say. This was really fun to make. It was a nice change of pace to do something kind of witchy, fantasy, cottage-core-y in an apartment setting rather than, you know, out in the middle of the woods like I would usually do. You know, if you saw my cabin core or my cottage core cottage I did a while back. But this was really fun to do. I got to use a lot of custom content that like I adore and I'm always trying to use, so you'll probably recognize some stuff from the cottage core build as well. And I like the idea of making a family apartment that was like witchy, because usually, I don't know, I feel like this aesthetic isn't associated with family life a lot. And it's a shame. It's such a great aesthetic and I feel like kids would love it. It's kind of like Harry Potter-y, if you know what I mean. So here I'm just setting up the kitchen. I wanted this apartment not to look super updated. I wanted it to look kind of like old and vintagey, but like also not run down. Maybe quaint's the word? I'm not sure. But here I am just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with these cabinets. I tried to put a cabinet over the fridge and then I got that weird shadow thing you sometimes get, which is weird because I'm pretty sure I have a mod that fixes it, but I guess it didn't work on this one. But that's okay. I think it worked out fine without having cabinets over the fridge. I just ended up putting that big cupboard next to it, which I thought looked great. And here I am just, you know, decorating. I put in that really nice coffee pot. And then here I'm just making a little station of, you know, drinks. I put that little tea box there and then I'm putting some mugs there. I don't know, can you make tea in a coffee pot? I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so I really don't know how a coffee pot works, to be honest. Yeah. Here I'm just setting up more decorations. Finally exercising the ability to use all these little things I never get to use. Like that skull I end up using later, you'll see. But here I am just putting in some shelves, which I'm gonna decorate. Don't you love it when your wood grains just like match, even though they're like completely different pieces of custom content? And like you put it and it just matches perfectly. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I have a huge thing about wood grains matching. Like if my wood grain doesn't match, I lose my freaking mind. I don't know, I'm really anal about that, I don't know why. But oh my god, don't you guys love this tile? Like it's like black and white star tile. It's so pretty. It's straight out of Harry Potter for me, and I just, I love it. I guess maybe this is a slightly Harry Potter inspired apartment. I mean, not directly, but now that I'm looking back at it, this could definitely fit in the world, I think. But yeah, I set up a little dining area there. It's not the main dining area because there's like a little dining room segment that I put in later. So this is more just like a kitchen breakfast nook, I guess you could say. And I guess you could also probably use the actual dining table there to use as the counter as well, I guess, if you're cooking. But here I'm just putting in some decorations using these little round paintings that I used a lot in my cottage core build. But I'm still in love with them, so you'll probably be seeing those a lot. Here I'm just putting in another painting. The metal tone in this build is gold. I don't really use silver in this build. I don't know why, I just really don't like mixing my metal tones. I know there's a lot of debate about whether or not you should mix your metals. Like some people say that the reason that we don't is because it's just some old trend that we were taught that you have to either use gold or silver or bronze or whatever your metal is. But it was kind of so ingrained in me that I really can't mix my metals now without feeling weird about it. Maybe that's something I need to work on. Maybe that's like a personal issue I need to solve. But here's the bathroom. I put that huge cabinet in there to block those pipes because I really didn't like how those pipes looked. And I actually ended up really liking how like cramped this felt with the cabinet in there. Like, I usually wouldn't make a decision like that because it's kind of in an awkward place, but I feel like it works with, like, the vibe I'm trying to go with, you know, with the witchy thing and it being, I don't know, cramped? I don't know, does that make sense? But here I am just putting in some old books in the bathroom. I don't know, maybe you're gonna read, I don't know, in there. And I love these tiles too. I got a lot of new custom content tiles. I've just been using a lot because I love my tiles. Here I'm just putting in some rugs. And I believe that's it for the bathroom. Yeah, so we're moving on to the hallway area now. I thought about putting a bookshelf there. I ended up putting it like slightly on a different wall. Just because, I don't know, I just wanted to put something else there. And then against this wall, I end up putting like a low table, and then I end up putting a painting over top of that. And I really like these gold paintings. I downloaded like a lot of gold paintings recently, like with gold frames. I use them so much, they're beautiful. And here I am just trying to figure out what I'm gonna put like lighting wise on the sides because I wanted it to be framed by 2 lights. I just really couldn't figure out what lights worked. And I ended up going with those candles because they were like witchy enough for me. I don't know about that decision. I think it works. I don't know if there was a better decision I could have made with the lights, but we live with it, it's fine. And then I put a mirror over there, which I believe I delete later. And I put a painting over there. Yeah, I deleted the mirror just because I didn't feel like it worked. And now I'm moving on to the living room. So I'm gonna put in some curtains everywhere. I usually just put the same curtains in all the rooms. I don't know, it's not particularly creative of me, but I like uniformity. I don't know, that's my thing. Here I'm just setting up the living room. I end up putting in a fireplace because, duh, like they're witches, they need a fireplace. It's just, it goes with the aesthetic, it has to happen. And then I use this gigantic painting on top, which I adore. Felt very witchy to me. And here's the skull. I told you it happened, here it is. And then I use this like gilded bird cage, which is so cool. Yeah, I think this is really just like me being super nostalgic for Harry Potter and not even knowing until after I was done. Because I feel like a lot of the aesthetics here are coming from that, / like my Pinterest board. I don't know, does anyone else feel that? I use this beautiful velvet couch. I just downloaded this, it's so lovely. That'll definitely be on my Tumblr. Most of the custom content here you see will be on my Tumblr, like compilation page. So anything you see that you want, go check it out, and I'm sure you'll find other stuff that you love too. Put in the matching velvet love seat with these little pillows that are super cute. Don't you love that texture, man? That creator did a great job with that. Here I'm just putting in a coffee table. That's actually from the university pack, I believe. And I don't know, I don't usually use like a lot of game content when I'm making custom content builds, but like every once in a while, you know, they fit. They do. The Sims team does great. You know, gotta give them credit where credit's due. And then I end up using like these, I don't know what you would call these, like brick accents. I don't know, they just like stick on your wall like a wall accent. And then I just kind of use them because I felt like it made it seem more grounded in like the city, like a New York-y kind of vibe, if you know what I mean. And I definitely wanted to incorporate some of that into this build since it is like an apartment in New York. Or San Myshuno, I guess. But, you know, I always call these worlds by like what the world they're inspired by. Like I always call Del Sol Valley, I always call it Los Angeles, just because that's definitely what it is. Yeah, this is New York, whatever. Here I'm just putting in some plants, or a plant on top of that table, and then I put a table runner on top. And here I'm just picking my chairs. It usually takes me a while to pick a perfect chair, because, you know, there's gonna be like 6 of them, so they have to be perfect. Right, I ended up going with those. I just really liked the, I don't know, they were just classic. I liked the shape, they look cool. And then I put in a little baby chair, because I figured that this family would have like a toddler. And here I'm choosing a rug. End up going with that one. And then against this wall, I end up using shelves, and then I put in the archway over that. And then I had to extend it a little bit using some, I don't know, finagling. Yeah, I just had to layer it a little bit at the edge so that it filled it up. And then I just made sure there's only one shelf. I really like how this looks. It's a really interesting aesthetic, I think. This combination of like the brick and the plaid. I don't know, I really like it. And here I am just putting in some decorations on the shelf. Cute little things I find witchy, things I find adorable, books, candles, stuff like that. Put a plant on the edge, and then in the middle here I put some paintings. I put a painting there first. Those really spooky paintings on the wall. And then over here I put in like some, what do they call, like picture frames that lean. Like they're not on the wall, they're on the shelf. Like that. I don't know if I explained that right. But you see here that they're just sitting right on the shelf. I just like how that looked. And then over here, I put a painting on the wall really quick. Let's see, that one. And then we're gonna move on to the adult's bedroom, or the parents' bedroom. So here I am just putting in that. I really like those beds. They're like recolors of the Eco Lifestyle recycled beds. And I just really like the swatches that creator used. Put some pillows on top, and here I'm putting a lamp on the side table. And I'm going with this lamp. It's a base game lamp, I just like how it looks. And threw some stuff on top of there to make it seem more, I don't know, lived in, you know, you feel me. On top of here, I put in a painting from that painting collection that I love. And then I put in a rug. Over here on the side, I put in a desk area. Because there's not like another office room here, I wanted this to be like a central work area for this person. So you'll see in a second, I end up decorating that wall with like a bunch of notes and stuff. So all these posters, like these notes here, you can see those are all from the same like piece of custom content, which is a poster set. I believe it's from the creator Fairy Barn. I don't want to get that wrong, but I'm like 99% sure, because they are conversions from the game Life is Strange, and Fairy Barn does a lot of those. I'm pretty sure that's from Fairy Barn. So here I am putting in some that chair that I love. I use this chair so much. I hope you guys like that chair, because you're gonna see it a lot, if I'm being totally honest with you. Here I'm putting in some, what am I doing? Mirror, and then painting. Yes. Okay, that's the adult's bedroom. So I wanted this family to have 2 kids. I figured like a child and a toddler. So here I'm just decorating the room for that. This is a little bit of a cramped house, I guess, for like 4 people, but actually, no, I take that back. Like when I grew up, I was in an apartment like way smaller than this, so, and we had 4 people in the house, so it's totally doable. This is a nice house, or a nice apartment, I think. So here I'm putting in the toddler's bed. It's all within like this witchy-esque aesthetic, and I'm just kind of going on with the assumption in my head that the children in this family are like totally on board with it. I guess it's kind of like an Addams Family situation where like everyone in the family is like the same aesthetic. I think that's what I was imagining, where like all these people are like witchy people, Harry Potter-esque kind of people, if that makes sense. I even have that like little Harry Potter scarf there. And then over here, I just put in, let's see, a dollhouse. This is gonna be like the little play corner, I think. Just put in some toys on the floor. I really like that rug. It's like a macrame. Is that what it's called? Like a lacy, I think macrame is the right word. I don't know. I just really like how it looks. It's really pretty. Crochet. Is that what it is? It's a crochet rug, I believe. And then I put those hanging birds on top, which I thought looked really cool. In this corner, I end up putting a dresser. I thought about putting a bookshelf, but I just couldn't find one that worked. So I used this one from, I don't remember what pack that's from, but it is from a game pack. It is not custom content. And then here I am just decorating it with some roses. I put that little hanging painting on top. And then here I am just, throwing some stuff around, I guess. Here I'm looking for a painting. I ended up going with that one. And then over here I put in a mirror. And now we're gonna decorate the walls a little bit. I don't know how appropriate that painting is. Like, it's not scary or anything. The one above the kid's bed is just like a guy with a crown. I feel like maybe it'd be scary at night. I don't know. Anyways, moving on, we're outside now, and I'm decorating like their little balcony area. This probably isn't super realistic, especially for New York, because, I don't know, like pigeons and the cold and all that stuff probably wouldn't probably wouldn't be a great balcony, I don't know, to like hang out on. But, you know, I did my best. I decorated it. Ignore this configuration. I change in a second. Let's see. Yeah, I use that bed, and then over here I put some, I believe I put like poofs on the side. I love that word, poofs. But you guys, maybe that's just me. I like poofs. It's a fun word. And I put those little poofs there, and then here I am putting in some plants on top, and on the side, you know, because it's outside, like they have room for plants, I can have plants. And then I put in a light there, and then over there I just change out that light to that one, and then here I'm putting in a new, I don't know, a poster on top there, and then I make a little dining area out here. Take a good look at this balcony, because I'm pretty sure I forgot to take screenshots of the balcony area. Yeah, I know. I have a very bad memory. I have terrible memory. I forget a lot of stuff. I should probably get that checked out. Anyways, here's the rest of the house. That is the entire build. I really hope you guys liked it. I really enjoyed making this. This was like really fun for me to like play with this aesthetic. You're definitely going to be seeing more builds like this. It's just so fun for me to do these. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any, you know, requests or suggestions, because I love listening to those things from you guys. And yeah, I will see you next time.